Welcome to this video on Buckingham's pi theorem. In engineering, Buckingham's pi theorem is a procedure which is used to express the relationship between the physical parameters. Here let us see a problem. The efficiency of the fan depends on the density rho, dynamic viscosity mu, and angular velocity omega, diameter d, and discharge q. So these are the parameters which affects the efficiency eta. So it is asked to express the efficiency in terms of dimensionless parameters. Let us get into the problem. As stated in the question, efficiency is a function of density rho, viscosity mu, angular velocity omega, diameter d, and discharge q. So these parameters will affect the efficiency eta. So we can write this as efficiency is the function of rho, mu, omega, d and q, or otherwise we can write the function of efficiency, density, dynamic viscosity, angular velocity, diameter and discharge is equal to 0. We have included the dependent variable also, that's why it will be equal to 0. Hence 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. The total number of variables considered in this problem is 6. So let us see the fundamental dimensions of all these parameters. The first parameter is efficiency eta, that is a dimensionless parameter. Second thing is density rho. Density is mass by volume, therefore kilogram per meter cube, that is m for mass and L to the power of minus 3 for meter cube. And similarly dynamic viscosity, the unit of dynamic viscosity is Newton second per meter square and its fundamental dimension is m L power minus 1 T power minus 1. Omega is having the unit of radians per second, radians has no unit, so T power minus 1. Diameter D is in meter, that is L. And Q, discharge is meter cube per second, the fundamental dimension of Q is L to the power of 3 and T to the power of minus 1. So the M, L and T stands for mass, length and times respectively. These are the fundamental dimensions. So now we have expressed the quantities in terms of fundamental dimensions. So the total number of fundamental dimensions involved in this problem is 3. Number of fundamental dimensions means mass, length and time. These are the 3 fundamental dimensions involved in this problem. And then in this procedure we have to develop 3 pi terms like this. As I am showing here, the number of pi terms should be calculated based on this formula. What is that formula? Number of pi terms means n is the total number of variables involved, that is 6 in our problem, and m is the number of fundamental dimensions involved. Only 3 fundamental dimensions are involved in our problem, length, mass and time. So 6 minus 3 gives us 3. So the number of pi terms should be involved in our problem is 3. So that's why we have calculated pi 1, pi 2 and pi 3. Right? And now the equation 1 means function of all the 6 terms is equal to 0. Now this equation can be written in terms of pi terms. That is function of pi 1, pi 2, pi 3 is equal to 0. Right? So this is taken as equation number 2. So each pi term contains m plus 1 number of variables. So m is actually, as we have discussed, m is the number of pi terms. So number of pi terms plus 1 variables will be there in the pi term. So as we have seen, 1, 2, 3 plus 4 number of terms are there in the pi term. And we can observe one thing, 3 number of variables are repeating, d, omega and rho. D, omega and rho are repeating in the 3 pi terms. In the first pi term d, omega, rho is there. In the second pi term d, omega, rho is there. Similarly in the third pi term d, omega and rho is there. So we have to select which term should be repeated, and there is a procedure. Let us see the guidelines for selecting the repeating variables. So these are the guidelines for selecting the repeating variables. These are the variables under our consideration: efficiency eta, rho, mu, omega, d and q. These are the 6 number of variables under our consideration. So the first consideration that is for selecting the repeating variable is, as far as possible, the dependent variable should not be selected as repeating variable. In our problem, the efficiency eta is the dependent variable. So this efficiency is depending on all these parameters. That's why the dependent variable eta should not be selected as repeating variables. The second thing is the three repeating variables should be in the form of, the first variable should be a geometric variable, the second variable should be a flow variable, and the third variable should be a fluid property. So let us see what are the geometric variables. Geometric variables includes length, diameter, height, like that. Similarly, flow variables includes velocity, acceleration, and angular velocity, like that, omega, like that. So these are flow parameters. And similarly, fluid properties are there, like viscosity, density. These things are fluid properties. Repeating variable should be a geometric property. The second repeating variable should be a flow property, and the third repeating variable should be a fluid property. This is the way by which we have to choose the repeating variables. And repeating variables should not form a dimensionless group. A dimensionless group means if you take a repeating variable which is having an unit of L into t power minus 1. Similarly, another repeating variable you are choosing that is having a unit of L power minus 1 into t. So this will cancel out. So this type of variable should not be selected as repeating variables. Similarly, repeating variables together must have the same number of fundamental dimensions. That means we have seen three number of fundamental dimensions have been involved in our problem: length, mass, and time. So these three things should be involved in the repeating variables also. While selecting repeating variables, let us see, if you select Q as repeating variable, the formula for Q is meter cube per second. So meter cube per second means L cube into t power minus 1. So L and t in some other repeating variable, mass should be considered. So totally three number of fundamental dimensions should be involved in our repeating variables. And then two repeating variables should not have the same dimensions. If you take length as a repeating variable and in another repeating variable you are taking something which is having the same unit length, so that in such case we should not select those two variables. So the main thing we have to concentrate is this thing. The first variable should be a geometric variable, and the second variable should be a flow property, and the third variable should be a fluid property. Okay, let's go ahead. So now we have these 6 variables. Out of this, the first variable should not be selected. That is the first criteria, because dependent variable should not be selected. And out of other 5 parameters, we have to select one geometric parameter as first parameter, and one flow property as second parameter, and one fluid property as third parameter, repeating parameter. So I have selected like this. The first variable is diameter, and the second variable is omega, that is angular velocity, and the third variable is density. We can see d is a geometric property, omega is a flow property, and density is a fluid property. So these 3 variables should be repeating in all the 3 pi terms, but we should have a superscript a1 b1 c1, similarly a2 b2 c2, and a3 b3 c3, like that. And in this first term, diameter, omega, and density comes into the picture. So the remaining thing should be here. So totally 6 number of variables are there. So out of the 6 number of variables, 3 number of variables has been taken as repeating variables. So other 3 variables should lie here: efficiency, dynamic viscosity, discharge. These 3 are not selected as repeating variable, so that should be coming in the right hand side. So this forms the whole pi term. And the next step is substituting the fundamental dimensions of all these pi terms. Let us take the first pi term here. In the first pi term, pi 1 is equal to, what is given in the first pi term? Pi 1 is equal to d to the power of a1, omega to the power of b1, rho to the power of c1, and efficiency eta. So here d has a unit of L. Before that, pi 1 is a dimensionless term. So mass is having 0 power, length is having 0 power, time is having 0 power, as it is a non-dimensional term. And length is having a superscript of a1, Length is actually derived from the diameter d. So diameter d is having a fundamental dimension of length L. Similarly, omega is having a fundamental dimension of t power minus 1 to the power of b1, and rho is having a fundamental dimension of m into L power minus 3 to the power of c1. So now we have replaced this d, omega and rho by its fundamental dimensions. And finally, efficiency term is there, that is m to the power of 0, L to the power of 0, t to the power of 0, because there is no units for efficiency. Equate the powers of mass, length, time on both the sides. Let us see the power of m, power of mass. Mass is having 0 in the left hand side. So 0 is equal to, here mass time is not there, here also mass time is not there, here mass time is there. Mass is having to a power of c1. So 0 is equal to c1 plus 0. Here also mass is having a power of 0. Right? So now the value of c1 has been found out as 0. Then equating the power of L. In this equation, the power of L is 0. So 0 is equal to, in the right hand side L is having a power of A1. Here L is having a power of minus 3C1. Already we know C is equal to 0. So minus 3C1 will become 0. So A1 plus 0. So therefore A is also 0. Similarly, next equating the t terms, equating the power of t terms. T power 0 is equal to, here t is having a power of minus 1 b1, and here t is having power of 0. So power 0 is equal to minus b1. So 0 is equal to minus b1, so minus b1, therefore b1 is also 0. So now we are substituting the value of a, b and c in pi 1. So already we have an equation pi 1. In this pi 1 term, we are substituting the value of a1, b1 and c1. So it will give you pi 1 is equal to d power 0, omega power 0, rho power 0 into eta efficiency. So as all these things are having a power of 0, it will become 0. So pi 1 is equal to eta. So this is the value of pi 1. Similarly, we are doing for the second pi term. In the second pi term, we are having pi 2 is equal to d power a2, omega power b2, rho power c2 into mu. So substituting the dimensions on both the sides, diameter is having a unit of L, and omega is having unit of t power minus 1, and rho is having unit of ml power minus 3, and mu is having unit of ml power minus 1 t power minus 1. And now equating the powers of mlt on both the sides. Power of m is equal to 0 in left hand side. So 0 is equal to, here there is no m term is here. M is having a power of c2. So c2 plus, here is an m term. So m is having a power of 1 here. So c2 plus 1. 0 is equal to c2 plus 1. So c2 is equal to minus 1. Similarly, finding the power of L here. So L is having 0 in the left hand side. Here L is having A2. Here L is having minus 3C2. So A2 minus 3C2 minus A1. Minus 1 is here. So A2 minus 3C2 minus 1. So that gives A2 is equal to 3C2 minus 1. Therefore, already we know C2 is having a value of minus 1. So if substituting the value of minus 1, it gives A2 is equal to minus 3 plus 1, that is minus 2. Similarly, finding the value of t here. Similarly, finding the value of t is having a value of 0, power of 0 here. So 0 is equal to minus 1 b2, and then here is a t term, minus 1. So minus b2 minus 1. So b2 is equal to minus 1. Now substituting the value of b2, a2, c2 in pi 2 term. So d power minus 2, omega power minus 1 and rho power minus 1 into, so as it is having power, as having a power of minus 2, it comes in denominator, d square. As omega is having a power of minus 1 and rho is having a power of minus 1, it comes in denominator as rho, as omega and rho. mu divided by d square omega rho. This is the value of pi 2. Similarly, finding the value of third phi term. Here the third phi term is d to the power of a3 omega to the power of b3 and rho to the power of c3 is q. So in the third pi term, L corresponds to the t and t power minus 1 corresponds to the omega and ml to the power of minus 3 corresponds to the density rho, and this corresponds to the cube, meter cube per second, L cube to t power minus 1. So now we are equating the powers of mlt on both the sides. Power of m is 0 is equal to c3. Power of m, here the power of m is 0. In the right hand side, the power of m is c3. So 0 is equal to c3, therefore c3 is 0. Similarly, power of L is having a power of 0 in the left hand side. Here L is having a power of a3. Here L is having a power of minus 3 c3. Here L is having a power of 3. So a3 minus 3 c3 plus 3, that is equal to 0. Therefore c3 is already we have found out, that is a 0. So substituting the value of 0 in the c3, we get a3 is equal to minus 3. Similarly, equating the powers of t here, t to the power of 0. So t is having a power of 0 here. 0 is equal to minus 1 b3. Here minus 1 is here. So minus b3 minus 1, that is equal to 0. So b3 is having a value of minus 1 here. So now we have found out the value of c3, a3 and b3. Now we have to substitute the values of a3, b3, c3 in pi 3. So pi 3, we are substituting the value of a3, b3 and c3 here. So it will give you d to the power of minus 3, omega to the power of minus 1 and rho to the power of 0. So it becomes 0. D to the power of minus 3 will be coming in the denominator as power 3. Omega to the power of minus 1 will be coming in the denominator as having a power of 1. And q will be coming in the numerator. So now we are substituting the value of pi 1, pi 2, pi 3 in equation number 2. Equation number 2 means, this is equation number 2. F1 of pi 1, pi 2, pi 3 is equal to 0. This is equation number 2. So we are substituting value of pi 1, pi 2 and pi 3 in this equation. So as we have found out, the value of pi 1 is eta and the value of pi 2 is mu by d square omega rho, and the value of pi 3 is as shown here, that is q by d cube omega, and this can be written as efficiency is equal to a constant into mu by d square omega p comma q by d cube omega. This is the functional relationship between the parameter efficiency and all other things. Thank you.